Hi, my name is Jeremy Adams. You know me from such comic book as Aquaman, Green Lantern, Flash Gordon, and you're on SplashPages.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Terrificon. I'm excited to introduce somebody that I've spent enough time where I can say I like him, but I definitely don't know how I feel yet. The jury's still out. Everybody, you might know him from Flash, Green Lantern Corps, Aquaman, as long as he's still on it, and also Green Lantern series, Supernatural, everything. One, the only, they're absolutely hilarious, Mr. Jeremy Adams.
I know. Well, that was a build-up. No,
I know. It's going to be tough. So it's something, because again, we did a panel. Check the lookout soon.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what questions do I have that you didn't answer?
Right.
So you expressed, as we talked before, a real love of like 80s movies.
Yes. No, I'm not for 80s movies.
Yeah. So are there any 80s movies in particular that contributed to your writing that you feel like have to have a reference in something you do?
Yeah, I mean, totally. Like, there are things like I'm a huge John Carpenter fan. Big Trouble in Little China was massive.
Oh, God.
That kind of vibe. Butter Banzai, those type of like peculiarities. Evil Dead, whatever. You can have real horror, you can have real excitement, but there's also a smile and a little bit of joking. You know, and I'm such a martial art nerd. There's like a countless amounts of, you know, Van Damme or Seagal movies growing up with that I love. But I do, you know, I grew up in a time where it was like you got those Spielbergian adventure films, and Richard Donner stuff, or you know, it's Goonies, it's Last Starfighter, it's all those things where it's a kid thrust into, you know, unimaginable circumstances. So there's a lot of those in my formative years. So
Absolutely. So, you know, speaking of the Flash, you know, because you did so much for that, and especially you had Wally lost of time, had 1 minute more and whatnot. Was there any Flash story that you pitched that, I mean, again, apparently, you know, the Jeremy Adams versus the world. Was there any pitch that you were like, this is great, right? Like, again, you love your wonderful ideas. That I don't want to say it was a no or a hell no.
No,
but like
I mean, that the 1 minute more came about because I pitched something and they were and the funny thing is, I was able to kind of do it after the 1 minute more, and watch. Hey, there's Tom King.
Oh my God, it's Tom King! Ah!
I'm doing an interview, Tom. They like me for like.
What's wrong?
Haven't been. Yes, but there are pitches that I totally they said no to. I was like, that's my life. It's like everything.
He's writing the script from Jeremy Adams.
Yeah.
It's going to be on demand. It's very wonderful. Yeah. I can't wait.
That was an off-camera Tom King appearance.
It was wonderful. He's going to have a cameo in the upcoming film. He'll die within 5 minutes.
No, a lot of the pitches now I give, they say no. So that's just part of the course. You just keep going until you get something. They're always really weird. It's really all characters that not everybody's into. And I get it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll never stop pitching.
Ever. Was there ever a show or like essentially a job that you really wanted that you didn't get a chance to? That again, if it came back, because you know, shows constantly go back. Like for instance, Phineas and Ferb is coming back with a new episode.
Yeah.
You know,
well, like Buffy's coming back. I love Buffy and Angel, and those were just huge for me. I would love to do something like that.
Would you do the Scooby Gang? It's the Scooby Gang.
Always.
I'm just saying, if that happened, I'm sorry. I'd be like, I'm officially too meta.
No, that would be great. I love that. Would be a great show. Any show that involves a starship, I'm in. I love Starship. I had a friend named Ray who worked on Legends of Tomorrow, and that stage was right next to Supernatural, and I was able to sneak over through the fence where stages, and he came into the ship, and it was like, it's the coolest set in the world, and I just thought, if you spaceships,
right?
It's like I would never leave.
Right. It's like in Firefly. I remember reading that they would hang out more at the commissary than they did their actual trailer. They just show something, and I was like, dude, crazy. Well, listen, I hope you get either your spaceship or go get to trip to Sunnyvale because it would be absolutely fantastic. I said that right. But back to comics.
I think it's Sunnydale, but I'm saying.
I'm probably getting loose in nerd cred for that one.
Yeah.
So I mean, the cred's already low enough as it is. They don't even credit check me anymore. But back to comics. Green Lantern.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, if you were to belong to any Green Lantern,
Yeah.
who are you?
Blue.
You're
Yeah, I'm a hopeful guy.
Yeah,
I'm the guy that, like, during COVID, I'm like, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and it'll all be back to normal.
and you had the spud of 2 weeks later.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't ask me for predictions. I am not Nostradamus.
No, I'm very hopeful. I'm a very hopeful person, so I think I would be dropping. I have no will. So, that's, I don't inspire feet.
Maybe your pitches are afraid.
Well,
Don't kill us yet. We've only been alive 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's funny because I remember one time I was in the subway, and it was a time where I had whatever Green Lantern ring on and a blue, and the guy just saw me in the subway. He was like, "Hope and willpower," and I was like, "That guy gets it." That guy gets it. I was like, "You have a great day, sir. May your lantern remain charged." No, I think that's. I mean, have you seen do Green Lantern cosplayers? Have they come up to you? You take photos with them, or
Not so much Green Lantern, weirdly. It's mostly, if I do get anybody, it's usually Flash.
no Aquaman yet?
No.
Not yet.
Hopefully, you can do the best.
Who knows? I would personally. I think you have a photo of you at a Raven the Pool.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I just want to see that just show up and it's like I met Jeremy Adams and it was outrageous.
Yeah.
Right?
That Aquaman, DiMaggio.
Oh my God, Joe DiMaggio. He was, and especially I love that because you mentioned it was when you were on Green Lantern. I mean, seriously, I think it was Dietrich Bader, right? It was Booster Gold.
Oh, he's on Justice League Action.
You're right. Yeah, sorry. We talked about so much your panel. They all kind of blur into one big pop culture reference. I remember because I met him years ago and I told him I love you. But I said my favorite is when he splits into the Batman, and you got the super aggressive, the intellectual, and then the slacker.
Yeah.
And it's just like, Batman does not eat nachos. Crunch. And I told him, that's my favorite.
Yeah.
So like that and Rex Kwon Do, who did the Value Sensei.
He's awesome.
Oh, he was great.
He's talented no matter what he does.
But I want to know, do you have anything in your life that is referencing any comic work? Like, I know somebody who's a Green Lantern fan, his dog is named Kuzo.
Oh, that's funny.
And I was just like, you wouldn't. I was like,
that's funny. In my real life, that represents something from my comic life, not the reverse.
Right.
Yeah. Not really, not yet. Everything I work on, I usually get a little tchotchkes. Whatever it is, hilarious music,
Treasure trove,
weird stuff. But not really. I really try to. The only thing that makes it in is like I was writing Wally and the Flash. That was such a direct representation of my life at the time.
Right.
And Green Lantern's so outside of my life. So no, not yet. Not yet.
So you have your own little Flash museum?
I do, kind of.
With Jeremy Adams.
I mean, there's stuff that like Jeff Johns gave me some little action figures, and I'm like, well, I gotta keep this for whatever. I got stuff like the McDonald's Green Lantern Animated Series toys. Those were the only toys. So I got those. Those were like the first thing I ever did. But I got over time just accumulate little things.
That's amazing because I think that's the case. And like I said, you're Green Lantern. I haven't really read too much. I read a lot of Jeff, and then I stopped.
There's good stuff towards the bottom.
And I came back because, especially at your panel, I was like, wow, this is so good. And it's just, you know what it is? And the comment to you, your work is so fun.
Thank you.
Because I feel like some people are trying so hard to be serious and trying to. And I remember somebody was always telling me, like, oh, I love, like they throw out Bendis, Frank Miller, Chris Claremont, and they're just trying so hard. I was like, no, man, we already have them.
Right.
What are you?
Right.
Don't try to be the greats. You got to be yourself.
That's what it is. I wish I had the ability to do some of that stuff, but the reality is that I'll always want to joke, always want to smile, and that's what I'm just going. There'll be a time I will try to do something a little serious. But right now, cutting my teeth. I've only been doing comics for a few years. I'm still learning.
You do. I also need to bring up the Green Lantern when you had Hal and the Spectre and Phantom Stranger going to Hal.
Yeah.
I was like, and then the door opens, and I was like, is that Good Norton?
Yeah.
And I was like, Good Norton, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, this feels so wrong.
Yeah.
Because I remember him in, and I was saying this to the podcast, I was like, I remember him from the Batman, from the Brave and the Bold, and I was like, he's a moron. He can't remember the shit. He wrote it on his arm.
Justice League International, he was a big part of it. I'm really interested in it.
Right.
I put him in there because I was trying to get Dr. Light, and they did kind of like provoke. They didn't use him at all. I was like, yeah, but he's in hell. That's where he's supposed to be.
Absolutely.
And the Light and the Green Lantern, it all seemed to make sense. So they said no, and I'm fine. I'm putting. I always pronounce him Nord, but I'm putting a Nord in hell, and they're like, well, that's fine.
What? Listen, if you had put Chip in hell too, I would have been like the dog and the squirrel. I was like, because when I remember thinking about it, I was like, oh, that's so sad he can't run over by a yellow truck. I was like, oh no.
Oh, I know.
Oh, poor Chip.
I know.
No, but it was, like I said, that was, again, when your unexpected turns go, it's like when Sinestro just rocking a Red Lantern. I'm like, oh, we're doing it.
Yeah.
Oh, he is mad. Or even when you had like Larfleeze just breaks out. He's just, where is my precious? Where I'm like, uh-oh. I've seen the Christmas special. Everyone gets Santa Claus to the next parallel dimension.
Yeah.
No, it was like I said. It's fantastic, and especially like thank you for bringing the humor because again we are in a like I always say we are at the rough point in history. We need the laugh.
I definitely try. I love humor. So
I'm just waiting for when your book and maybe it's happened something I don't know. Like if there's a Chris Farley like Lantern, like I'm just looking for just
living in a lantern down by the
living. Yeah, exactly. I just would expect to just like what? Wow, freaking See, my voice is also going too. So yeah, man. But in terms of because you've worked with a bunch of really great creators in my life, was there anybody who you met, whether it's like at lunch, at a con, whatnot, maybe they told you a story, give you a piece of advice that really stuck with you, that really, like, you're like, I'm going to remember that and make it a mantra, like, that's your mantra.
I mean, all the time. I collect wisdom of the ages from so many people that I talk to. And most of it boils down to, you just got to keep going. Right? I mean, there's so much of, like, be nice, turn it in on time, and that's gonna end up helping you a great deal.
Yeah,
but it's always I always, especially the people that are older. I really love hearing their stories because you can just glean so much.
Totally. And like I said, regarding even going back to your film television work, like it's funny because I didn't even realize we talked about Supernatural at our panel, and then I realized I got dressed this morning. I was like, I'm unintentionally cosplaying a Winchester. I was like, Jesus. Hearing me out. Like, again, just working on Supernatural, like, you had such great things to say about being on Supernatural. And Jensen and Jared and all that. And was there, how do I say this? Besides Supernatural, was there a particular moment in the scripts you worked on that you just watched and was like, that's me? I made that line. That's fucking funny.
Yeah. And it wasn't necessarily funny. Funny stuff, I think, comes natural. I think there's an episode of called Last Call, and it's where Chicane and Jensen are doing something very emotional. I was like, oh, crap, I can do that. I wrote that. They performed it amazing, and it was even better than what I thought. But it helped solidify that I can do more than just jokes.
Well, I think, like you said, I mean, I feel like the great Jimmy Palmiotti was talking about, like, yes, the great, powerful Jimmy Palmiotti from Brooklyn. Do not talk to him about pizza tonight. That is just, apparently, he's not allowed to fly. No, just, he was talking about, like, writing certain things are easy, comedy is hard. It's timing. Because sometimes it's a difference between trying to be funny and being funny.
Sure.
So, like, what am I saying this? When you're which is harder for you? Is it comedy is harder for you, or is it like
Drama. I think drama. I think you have to be vulnerable with it. I think I use comedy to deflect drama at times, so I think it's much easier for me to do. And by the way, my comedy is not like just a joke. It's much more like silly and sometimes inappropriate.
whatever? The occasional fun.
Yeah. But there's always a smile to it. Drama is much harder because you've got to do it in a way that can be conveyed by the artist.
No, and if it, how do I say this? In terms of any of your pitches, is there any that off the top of your head that if they came to you and say, would you be interested in doing this? You're like, here's a script.
All of them. I can't tell you what.
Okay. You can't tell me why. All right, no problem. All right, well, what is the next convention you're possibly doing? And again, because I want to make sure if you follow you, give you money. What's the best social media?
Yeah, Instagram. Look up Space Kicker. I'm still on Twitter. I don't know why. Look up Space Kicker. Those are my socials. I'm doing Long Beach Comic Con at the end of the month, and then in September I'm going to be at Vanix and some places. That's about it. That's all I know for the rest of it.
Well, everybody, come by, give him money, keep him company. He loves Coke Zero, and just please, everybody, Jeremy Adams, check him out. Green Lantern 4, and Aquaman, all out for DC right now. Let's keep him on, keep him busy, help him with the loans. Let's do this. Stick around for more Terrificon. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, man.
Excelsior!